This is At Risk Radio.
We're starting a new podcast that's called At Risk Radio. Now, this podcast is all about the church at risk. My name is Mark, and I was first introduced to SOM International about 7 years ago while I was working in their area to plant a church. And during that time, I was really impressed with how they are genuinely and consistently reaching out and encouraging the church and encouraging the church at risk. And here's what I mean. They're reaching out and they're encouraging those who are stateside to make huge risks for the gospel and to support those who are in chains, literally, in many instances, literally all over the world. And then they're reaching out to those leaders who are in the church at risk that are making huge sacrifices for the gospel. Now, I found that my ministry doing media has had a greater impact than anything else I've done. And so I really jumped into the media aspect of SOM International, as well as some other organizations. And as now a former pastor, I'm really moved by the stories I hear come out of SOM International about the huge risks that people are taking for the gospel. And what I hope with this new podcast, At Risk Radio, is that you're also encouraged as you hear these stories come out of the church at risk. Now, I'm here with David Witt. And David Witt, tell me a little bit about your heart and your passion for At Risk Radio.
Mark, you definitely are more than just a media guy, but the perfect guy for the time and season. So I'm excited about doing that together, Mark, as we could bring out these transforming testimonies of what God is doing around the world like never in history. Biblical principles of how people can apply that to themselves to even and get involved in prayer and serving and giving around the world. I think it's going to be exciting journeys. We're going to also interview some of the workers from those areas too. And so we have a lot in ahead of us. So thanks, Mark, for partnering on this podcast.
Yeah, we hope that you subscribe and hope that you're greatly encouraged by the stories and the testimonies you hear come out of this new podcast. We'll see you soon.
You've been listening to At Risk Radio. For more, go to atriskradio.com. At Risk Radio is a production of SOM International.